we've got a lot to talk about today, so get in here. This is Jack with Cosmic Road. I talk about UFOs and the paranormal. Please hit like and subscribe, and let me know what you think in the comments below. Yes, to start with, check out this amazing UFO video. I'll start it a little bit earlier here. We see this single UFO flying through the sky, and check out what happens next. Yeah, all of a sudden, these other craft start appearing, just flickering on and off, just like a crazy number of them. Look at that. What is going on there? It looks like a display, honestly. It looks like they're deliberately showing themselves to the person taking this video and through him to us. This looks like a deliberate, disclosure, kind of thing. But hey, maybe it's something else. Let me know your theories about that. Could that be, a bunch of drones doing weird drone stuff? Or is this something more anomalous going on here? I think it is just a really intriguing capture of what looks like something very, very interesting. So yeah, again, let me know your thoughts. Maybe you can come up with a mundane explanation for it. But I think this is a fantastic video. So yeah, thank you, original poster. All right, so moving on, you may have heard the good news. The age of disclosure is finally upon us. That's right. The documentary, the much rumored and discussed documentary about UFOs is finally coming out from Merrick von Rendenkamp, Breaking, the groundbreaking documentary, The Age of Disclosure, which features key voices on UAP to include Rubio, Gillibrand, and Mike Rounds, is set for a November 21st worldwide release on Amazon Prime, as well as an Oscar qualifying theatrical run. Wow. Okay. So cool. Do you think this could win an Oscar? I vote for The Age of Disclosure for Best Picture. What about you? Haven't even seen it yet, but I am voting for Best Picture. Now, what's really interesting is seeing the range of reactions to The Age of Disclosure documentary coming out. Tim Burchett says, "Get ready, America." All right, I'm ready, Tim. I am totally ready. Stephen Greenstreet predictably has a different response. Breaking UFO documentary, The Age of Disclosure, failed to find a buyer since its March premiere at South by Southwest. It will be self-released on Amazon Prime via the director's distribution company, which was created only 22 days ago. So, yeah, on the one hand, we have it pitched as a winning Best Picture of the Year or Best Documentary of the Year. And on the other, it's already failed. All right. And, I have this good article here from People. Viral UFO documentary featuring dozens of government and military insiders finally gets a release date. After months of speculation and even frustration from fans over why their much anticipated UFO documentary, The Age of Disclosure, hadn't yet been released, producers have announced a date for its commercial launch. The documentary features dozens of prominent voices from the U.S. government, military, and intelligence communities, as it sets out to corroborate a purported 80-year global cover-up of non-human intelligent life. Disclosure drew huge audiences at South by Southwest, which helped push its trailer to more than 20 million views. Those interviewed in the film include retired Air Force Lieutenant General James Clapper, former Director of National Intelligence, Secretary of State Marco Rubio, Admiral Tim Gallaudet, a former Navy chief oceanographer, and Lou Elizondo, a former Department of Defense official and one-time member of the government's Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program. Yeah, it features a lot of people. So really excited about that. Let's see, we have other reactions here. This was really interesting from Anna Polina Luna, who says, "I am happy this is finally being released. There was a lot trying to block this coming out. I hope that changes the international and national discussion on the matter." So who or what was trying to block the release of this movie? Some are trying to say that it's Lou Elizondo. Anomalous says, Louis Elizondo did sue Dan Farah, the director of the movie. The lawsuit stemmed from a dispute over Elizondo's involvement in the film, where he serves as a central figure and narrator, sharing his experiences as the former director of ATIP. Reports indicate the legal battle focused on issues like creative control, compensation, or portrayal, leading to public tensions during the film's production and promotion. As of August 2025, the case was settled out of court with no impact on the documentary's release schedule. The film premiered at South by Southwest in March 2025 and was later acquired by Prime Video for broader distribution. John says, source, talking about the Lou Elizondo legal situation. Anomalous says this was a summation from Grok. When I tried to pin Grok down on actual sources, this was the statement. My information is based on web sources and post on X, accessed in real time. All right, we'll see what that seems to mean. But public discussions on X around the film's release and the legal battle, which corroborated the statement and lack of impact on the documentary schedule. So I guess that would be the takeaway there. Whether there was legal drama or not with Lou Elizondo, it didn't impact the release. But Anna Polina Luna says somebody was trying to block the release. Is this the powers that be stepping in to prevent this from reaching a broader audience? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Jay Stratton, meanwhile, says the Age of Disclosure is the most credible and revealing documentary ever made about the cover-up of NHI. And the U.S. government's involvement with these matters. Everyone should watch this film and learn the truth. Congratulations, Dan Farah. You truly made a monumental and unprecedented film. It's a landmark contribution to disclosure and will change the course of history. So Tim Burchett says, watch out. Jay Stratton says it'll change the course of history. Stephen Greenstreet says it's a failed movie already. And Anna Polina Luna says there were forces trying to block it coming out. So either way, whatever the truth is, I can't wait for this movie to come out. I'm hoping this will make a huge impact on the public consciousness and the awareness of the UFO issue when you have all these credible people coming forward, on both sides of the aisle, talking about the UFOs and the government, cover up of this critically important issue. Meanwhile, speaking of other spicy comments from Anna Polina Luna, did she just confirm the existence and the reality of the Bermuda Triangle and its anomalous nature? Yeah, she did.
There's different hotspots around the world, but specifically in Alaska, definitely off the coast of Florida, around the Bermuda Triangle. So, it's like not something, when I first started this stuff, they were like, oh, you're going to ruin your political career. And I've actually gotten more questions on this from people, very wealthy people and very powerful people, to your average Joe that pays attention to this because they realize they're like, there might be something there.
Okay, there might be something there, not just anywhere, but in the Bermuda Triangle. Obviously, a place of myth and legend for many, many years. And now it might be corroborated and confirmed as an actually anomalous location. Is there an underwater base there? What's going on with the Bermuda Triangle? There's been speculation about it for forever. Do people in Congress know? Are they getting briefed on this? I mean, she's able to say what she said publicly, but what can't she say? We've heard Eric Burleson and Tim Burchett talk about undersea bases. Eric Burleson said there was stuff in the briefings that reminded him of the movie The Abyss. So what's going on under the ocean? What does it specifically have to do with the Bermuda Triangle and all the anomalous activity that's been associated with it over the years? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And getting back to Lou Elizondo, here are some of the comments that he has recently made about bodies or biologics taken from the UFOs or UFO that crashed at Roswell.
Yeah, so what I've been allowed to say is that biological specimens were recovered from the crash of Roswell. Now, why do I say biological specimens? Because people often use the term bodies a lot, and I'm not sure that's that's I think that may be a bit premature, because when you say the term a body, most of us think of this in Spanish, the word cuerpo, right? So we think bilateral symmetry, 2 arms, 2 legs, perhaps a head with 2 eyes, a nose, and a mouth. But that's assuming a lot. When the crash occurred, a lot of that biological tissue was damaged.
Okay, well, it's really interesting. So you can't call it a body necessarily because it's damaged and maybe in pieces and stuff. Uh, I don't know. I think we're splitting some hairs there, Lou. He definitely doesn't mention anything about a living, a survivor of the Roswell crash. That's definitely one of the principal stories that come out about the crash is EB 1 or 2 or whatever. And there's various versions of that story where there is a survivor of the crash, and somebody communicates with that being for a period of years before he dies. And again, there's different versions of that story. I don't know which, if any of those are true. Lou Elizondo certainly doesn't suggest that it is true, but we know that there's a lot that he can't say. He opens this clip by saying this is what he's allowed to say. So I'm very curious what he isn't allowed to say, just like I'm very curious to know what Anna Paulina Luna isn't allowed to say about the Bermuda Triangle and, well, everything else. Meanwhile, check this out. This is awesome, guys. This is interesting. Anyway, all right. So what are we talking about? This is from energyreporters.com. They're building this in orbit. The U.S. just unveiled a spacecraft that launches satellites like an aircraft carrier in space. The U.S. is embarking on a groundbreaking journey in space technology, aiming to redefine satellite deployment through the innovative development of an orbital aircraft carrier. This ambitious project is spearheaded by Gravitics, interesting, in collaboration with the U.S. Space Force, marking a significant strategic commitment to space as a vital domain. As tensions rise globally, the U.S. is taking decisive steps to secure its dominance in the space arena. This endeavor not only highlights the importance of collaboration between private companies and national defense agencies, but also underscores the pivotal role of space technology in shaping future security in international relations. Gravitics, in collaboration with the U.S. Space Force, is leading a $60 million private initiative to create an orbital aircraft carrier that promises to revolutionize satellite deployment. So yeah, this is amazing, guys. We have space aircraft carriers now, but have we had them for longer? They say that, what we can see publicly, they've really had for 30 years. That, privately, they're 30 years ahead of anything that they reveal. I don't know if that's true or not, but Gary McKinnon back in the day says he found, files showing that there were massive craft in space, human operated, human created craft, giant U.S., spacecraft with rosters of, people that were crewing those craft, the secret space fleet sort of stuff, right? Now, there's so many witnesses that have come out about the secret space fleet. I think that where there's that much smoke, there's probably some fire. There's probably some truth to the secret space fleet stuff. I don't know how much, but it could be a lot. Is this latest innovation, just something they're publicly showing us, but they've had all along? Or is it, an example of the right hand not knowing what the left hand is doing? Maybe the mainstream government doesn't know what the control group does and, has been up to all these years. So it could simply be that's what's going on. However, I do think there's some indications that Space Force might be clued in to some of what the control group is up to. So, I don't know which way the pendulum swings on this one, but let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Let me know what you think about it all in the comments below. Like and subscribe. Hit the bell to be notified of future videos. You don't want to miss a thing. Join me on social media. There's Facebook and Twitter links below. Love to see you guys there. If you want to support Cosmic Road in a bigger way, consider grabbing a coffee mug or a t-shirt in the merch store. Become a channel member. Channel members are rock stars, and I really appreciate you guys' support. Thank you. Meanwhile, plenty of other videos on the channel, and I'll see you next time. This is Jack with Cosmic Rude, signing out.